This is the first time I'm directing my energy to do a podcast like this. And I don't know if it's the right music in the background or if it's the right words that I'm going to write and say. It kind of goes with the theme of today's podcast, is embarking on what feels or what may feel uncomfortable and getting out of your comfort zone, even though it might be something you do every so often, and you might do it every day, and that you're going to take to another level. You're not going to do, I wrote these notes down. You're not going to do everything correctly. You're not going to make every decision perfectly. You're not going to have every outcome to your advantage. You're not always going to say the right words or the perfect sentence in the perfect scenario. No, you're going to mess up. You're going to screw up. You're most likely going to intervene with the path that is the correct one. I think, wow. So I did half the podcast without pressing the record button. And in a way, it's a little disappointing. And in another way, it's very freeing, enlightening, uplifting. Because I know that I can make a mistake and I can go back and I can right the wrong. And I think it's important to understand that sometimes you won't be able to right the wrong. And that if you are in the scenario or the situation where you have given the opportunity to right the wrong, then I believe you're blessed. And you should take the opportunity. What I was just saying on the podcast before I didn't press the record button was you're not going to do everything right. You're not going to do everything correctly in your life. You're not going to make every decision perfectly in the perfect order. You're not always going to say the right words or say the perfect sentence in the perfect scenario. No, you're going to mess up. You're going to screw up. You're most likely going to intervene. However, you might do so and find a deep sense of meaning in the voyage, in that journey to find out what is correct. You're going to go down, as long as you move, you keep moving, keep going forward, keep the mindset that no one has it perfectly. You are along the ride with billions of other people that are most likely having the same type of situations, maybe not the same scenarios, but the situations are very, very similar, and they're relevant to a lot of us. It's so funny because I couldn't write down the notes fast enough to do this podcast. They were coming to my mind so fast. And this is the first time sitting down to actually do this podcast just like this, just to sit down for 5 minutes and express some of the feelings that I've had about going forward and getting up out of your comfort zone. And I don't have all the answers, and I am going to mess up my sentences, and I'm not going to say the perfect words all the time, but I'm going to come out and I'm going to do it. I'm going to make this happen. I feel like I have something to give the world, and I don't know what it is yet. Maybe I won't see until the very end to see what my work has displayed, I know one thing. Having your phone connected to your podcast recording can it can test you. It can try you. I put it on airplane mode and I thought I was going to be just fine. Again, I'm not going to make the perfect decisions in every perfect scenario, just like right now. So be kind to yourself. Give yourself a little bit of a break. And in the same breath, hold yourself accountable and get after it. Push yourself. Yeah, I know you have the conversations with yourself. Everyone has a conversation with themselves. Make sure those conversations are going to lead to something down the road where you have respect for yourself, respect for the other voice that you have that conversation with. I hope you have a beautiful day today. It's Thursday, November 9th, 2023. I wish you peace, happiness, love, and abundance. Love yourself. Make sure you do that. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please like, subscribe. Love. Bye-bye.